Creativity is its own path. Heaven Letter number 4885. April 10, 2014. Maybe nothing is as it seems, and nothing has to be what you think or have been taught or what the world says how life ought to be. No one can really speak for you, beloveds. You have to speak for yourself. Although it is that you can only do one thing at a time, who is to say that you must be focused on only one thing at a time? You are a creative human being to whom ideas come. Ideas come when they come. Who says you are to set aside a certain schedule for ideas? Who says that your ideas are not to come randomly? Perhaps it's okay for your ideas to come when they come, even when you are already in the midst of creating another idea? Who says that you can't work on 2 or 3 or 5 or more creative endeavors all at once? It could be that this is the loveliest way for you to produce. Efficiency is not always efficient. Anyway, what does efficiency have to do with creativity? Creativity is its own path. What is good for the goose may not be good for the gander. What may be good for a CPA may not be good for an artist or a writer. Playing hopscotch may not be right for one adult, yet it may be right for another. Beloveds, there is never only one right way. There are many right ways. Perhaps the question you want to ask yourself is, what works best for me here in this situation at this time? You do know that the great thinkers of the world did not ordain their ideas. Their ideas had one requirement, and that was to come to them. How, when, where didn't matter. That ideas came mattered. At one time left-handed children had to do penmanship with their right hand. Whose idea was that? Who made that rule, and for the sake of what? Conformity? What happened to each his own? No one has to conform, just as no one has to not conform. There are choices that belong to each individual. This is free will. Who can know with utter certainty what is best for another, for not everything is as it seems, and how does one know anyway? What are called mistakes are going to be made in the world anyway. If so-called mistakes are going to be made, make them for yourself and not for others. You live in the relative world. The relative world has endorsed matters that later the world withdrew. There are trends. You don't have to follow trends. You just have to be who you are. Today you may not be who you were yesterday. That's okay. The world keeps changing. You change too. You can change your mind. What is up for you is up for you. Who is to say it is not? There are matters that the world calls terrible, and, yet, who knows what good may come from them? How many billions of people are in the world? That is how many paths there are. Everyone has his own path, cognized or not cognized. How does anyone know, and with what certainty, that what looks like a wrong path is not the right one? Even what everyone can only consider wrongdoing may ultimately be right doing. For the want of a nail, a shoe was lost. Even a golden tail evolved from one lost shoe. And, you, beloveds, what eventualities followed you to a lovely destination because of or despite a choice you made? Know this, you do not have to be unerring in your choices. In any case, you follow your heart as best you can. I can only tell you that everything is all right. All is well right now. Whatever you perceive, all is well. You are making progress. Excel in being you. Channeled by Gloria Wendroff. heavenletters.org